The phenomenon of renting girlfriends by the day has become increasingly popular in China, though no one can say exactly when it started. Many men, unable to find a partner or temporarily without a suitable one, face pressure from their families to get married. To cope with this, they choose to rent a girlfriend to take home and appease their parents, which has fueled the growth of this industry. However, some have discovered that this profession is not as simple as it seems and sometimes even involves sexual services. One young woman named Mumu is one of the practitioners. Like most people, she initially found a regular job after graduating, but her monthly income was barely enough to sustain her life, often leaving her short on money. By chance, she came across an opportunity to work as a rented girlfriend online, and she immediately quit her previous job and plunged into this industry. To her surprise, she earned 40,000 yuan in her first month, much more than her previous job. Mumu shared the story of her first client. He was a 40-year-old old man who had remained single because he didn't like women, but under pressure from his family. He found Mumu through the rented girlfriend website. According to the website's rules, users must first pay 20 yuan to see the girl's photo, and if satisfied, they can pay 1,000 yuan per day or 2,500 yuan for holiday services, with a 500 yuan deposit required. If other services are needed, such as pretending to hold hands, getting engaged, or hosting a banquet, additional fees apply. Mumu accompanied this old man to meet his parents, and the disguise went smoothly. Over 3 days, Mumu earned 3,000 yuan. Although the man's parents gave Mumu a gift of 10,000 yuan, she returned the money to him. Afterward, this old man would ask Mumu to send him photos each month to appease his parents, earning her several hundred yuan each time. Earning 1,000 yuan a day is already a high income, and since meeting the parents usually happens more than once, clients often take her to meet the family again. As the demand for other services, such as engagements and banquets, increased, she even became too busy and had to refer other sisters to take orders, earning additional referral fees. When asked by a reporter if anyone had requested sexual services, Mumu admitted that many had, and she followed the rules. 1,500 yuan would get them what they wanted. As for how long she plans to stay in this line of work, Mumu said she would leave once she finds a boyfriend. As the rented girlfriend industry grows, it has become increasingly chaotic. Women in this line of work easily lose themselves and find it hard to stay true to their original intentions. Rented girlfriends can generally be divided into 2 categories, green and non-green. Green services at most involve holding hands, hugging the waist, or meeting the parents. Non-green services include hugging, holding hands, kissing, and even providing special services. Nowadays, most rented girlfriend services online are essentially non-green. The so-called green services may only be superficial, and the reality is that it's only because the money isn't enough. If the price is right, green services can also turn into non-green ones. Currently, many people engage in special services under the guise of rented girlfriends. Some websites are relatively low-key, only skirting the edge, while others openly advertise, listing services at prices like 900 yuan or 1,800 yuan. Renting a girlfriend is essentially a form of deception towards one's family. Many people choose to rent a girlfriend merely to cope with the pressure of marriage from their parents. However, if such actions are discovered by the family, it could not only result in financial loss, but also cause greater family conflicts. In conclusion, the reason renting a girlfriend is considered a gray industry is because it cannot exist openly and lacks protection. It operates on the edge of the law, and even with a contract, if a dispute arises, there is no legal protection. Additionally, there are many uncontrollable personal risks in this industry.
Is renting a girlfriend to go home for the new year legal? Actually, it is legal, but many people misunderstand this. We know that a natural person cannot be used as an object of rental. Therefore, the so-called renting a girlfriend is actually a type of labor-employment relationship. In this relationship, the party providing the rental service acts as an employee, while the renting party is the employer. Both parties can negotiate, and the party providing the rental service can act as a girlfriend according to the requirements of the renting party within a specific time and area. After the service is completed, The party providing the rental service receives corresponding compensation. As long as both parties are genuinely willing, and the arrangement does not violate laws, regulations, or public order and morals, this labor-employment relationship is legal and should be protected by relevant laws and regulations. However, it is important to note that if the employer's demands violate public order and morals or harm public interests, the contract will be deemed invalid. For example, if the employer requests actions like holding hands, kissing, or hugging, which have specific personal nature, these not only violate social ethics but also do not constitute legitimate obligations within an employment relationship. Such contract terms will not be protected by law. Especially if the agreement involves sleeping together or other sexual content, it may constitute prostitution. In this case, not only will the contract be invalid, but legal penalties or criminal punishment may also be imposed. Therefore, renting a girlfriend to go home for the new year carries certain risks. It is advisable to pursue a sweet relationship and take a real girlfriend home to meet the parents.
A man decided to spend 250 yuan a day to rent a female college student to pretend to be his girlfriend for an important class reunion. When the man picked up the college student at the agreed location, he first noticed her appearance and couldn't help but compliment. "Wow, you're so beautiful." The college student politely responded to his praise and exchanged a few pleasantries, confirming that her school was on break. The two then prepared to head to the reunion location. During the drive, the college student, to avoid misunderstandings, explained the cost details to the man. She reminded him, "You paid 250 yuan to rent me for the day, right?" The man nodded in confirmation. The college student then said, "But for things like having meals together or holding hands, there is an additional 50 yuan charge." The man hesitated for a moment, but quickly agreed to the extra 50 yuan. Next, the college student mentioned, "There is one more thing I need to tell you in advance. Intimate terms like baby or darling also require an additional 50 yuan. The man looked a bit surprised, feeling that the college student was pushing her luck, but he eventually compromised. He said, "So, the total for today's services will be 350 yuan, right?" The college student confirmed with a nod, and the man agreed to the extra fee, emphasizing the importance of the reunion. This is a 10-year class reunion. It's quite important. As long as you perform well, money is not an issue. The college student confidently said, "Don't worry, we are professionals." The man acknowledged her professional attitude, and the girl couldn't help but joke, pointing at the man's BMW and saying, "With you driving such a nice car, you must not lack girlfriends, right?" The man laughed and replied, "Actually, this car is rented too." He further explained that to avoid any smell in the car, he specially bought a car air freshener. The college student smelled the fragrance in the car and complimented, "It smells nice and has good taste." The man took the opportunity to say that if she liked the air freshener, he could give her a bottle. The college student hesitated a bit, feeling it might be inappropriate, but the man insisted, "It's nothing, just give me a discount later." The college student laughed and agreed. "Then I'll give you a 50 yuan discount." The man was very pleased and praised her. "A good sister is generous." The two were in good spirits and prepared to set off. As they were about to reach the reunion location, the man suddenly suggested rehearsing to ensure there would be no mistakes at the event. The college student agreed, and the man continued, "For example, you could say darling, just as we agreed." The college student readily complied and sweetly said darling. The man nodded in satisfaction, and then the two continued towards the reunion location, ready to begin their meticulously planned performance.
For the new year, I am available for rent. The rate is 200 yuan per day. Since I ran out of money, I spent my last 20 yuan on sending a courier for my brother. My price includes holding hands for an additional 50 yuan. If it's just a kiss, it will only be a light peck, and it costs 100 yuan. If you want me to call your parents, Dad, and Mom, it's 500 yuan, but after arriving at home, I cannot stay in the same room with you. However, if I feel that you are quite okay, we could genuinely try dating. Firstly, the bride price is 188,000 yuan, which is the lowest standard where we are. Additionally, you need to prepare the house yourself. Lastly, regarding age requirements, I am available for rent at 200 yuan per day, and the male partner must be between 18 and 35 years old.
Hello， 亲爱的朋友，大家好！看到我旁边这位美女没有？这就是我昨天七夕情人节那天租的一位女友。
On Valentine's Day evening, a man arranged a special date. He rented a girlfriend to accompany him through Valentine's Day and planned to take her home to meet his parents. This woman was very attractive and came from Jiangxi. During their conversation, the man emphasized several key points. First, he informed the girlfriend that after they arrive home, she must pretend that they have known each other for a long time, including intimate actions between couples, such as holding hands, hugging, and eating together. He specifically pointed out that although the rent was 500 yuan, this was just the basic fee and did not include any additional services. He also mentioned that he would give the driver from the rental car company some extra hush money afterward to ensure the matter remained confidential. The man then reminded the rented girlfriend that at home, she needed to act very naturally, not only participating in household activities but also serving his parents, such as serving dishes and doing chores. He emphasized that her performance must be very professional to ensure his parents would not detect her true identity. Regarding accommodation, the man pointed out that the girlfriend needed to sleep in another room, not sharing one with him. He also mentioned that the woman said if staying together overnight was required, the fee would increase. The man stated that after this, he would introduce some single friends to the girlfriend as new business and discuss the possibility of continuing their cooperation in the future. He also requested that if the girlfriend performed well, he might consider offering additional rewards. Finally, the man reminded the girlfriend that not only should she perform well at home, but she should also be polite when interacting with his parents, leaving a good impression on them. He particularly emphasized that her performance was crucial and that she must do her best. At the same time, he also promised to pay additional fees afterward.
Valentine's Day is coming soon. For those single gentlemen without a girlfriend, if you need to rent a girlfriend, you can take a look at me. I've already changed into new clothes and put on makeup. If you need to rent a girlfriend, hurry up, or you'll have to wait in line later. Take a good look at my appearance, still pretty, right? Plus, I'm professional, and I guarantee your satisfaction with the service. If you're proactive, I can even prioritize you. Lastly, let's talk about the price. The basic fee is 300 yuan per day. Kissing, holding hands, hugging, and other services are extra and can be discussed in person.
600 yuan a day, can hug and kiss but will not stay in the same room. This is an advertisement I saw online today where a girl offers to rent herself out. A girl from Dali, Yunnan, clearly marked her price as if she was selling herself. Society has become accustomed to the commodification of women, and this phenomenon seems to be escalating on the internet. What I'm seeing now is that women are starting to objectify themselves. There are now many online ads for renting a girlfriend for a day or an offline companion for a day. These kinds of personal rental advertisements are everywhere. I think this kind of behavior, where people sell themselves for financial gain, is in some sense getting something for nothing, isn't it? Selling your dignity and selling your body. Objectifying yourself shouldn't be dressed up in any kind of pretty language. What is a girlfriend for a day? In reality, many people are in pursuit of freedom. They think freedom means doing whatever they want. For example, going to a strange city without telling their parents is called bravery. But in fact, any form of freedom should be based on the ability to ensure your own safety and the ability to bear the consequences. Our society is already filled with prejudice and challenges for women, and as independent adult women, we must take responsibility for our actions. We should practice self-restraint. We shouldn't abandon our moral boundaries, and we certainly shouldn't betray our conscience. We must refuse to rationalize inappropriate behavior by labeling it as something acceptable.